Hello everyone, welcome back to Paul's Hauls. My name is Paul and this is my haul. It is the end of June, July is starting, so let's take a look back at my personal reading month in the month of June. I read some great books. The Good Neighbor by Maxwell King. This was an audiobook I listened to through Hoopla, which is something that you can get with your Delaware library card. And it is the biography of Fred Rogers. Yes, Mr. Rogers. And it's fantastic. I loved every moment of it and reminded me why I loved Mr. Rogers as a kid and respected him so much as an adult. I also read The Cartographers by Peng Shepherd. This was a mystery with a little bit of fantasy in there about a map with a town in it that wasn't actually a real town, but if you followed the map, the town would show up. And it is a thriller mystery that I really enjoyed figuring out the intricate plot details of that story. Then I read Light from Uncommon Stars by Rika Aoki. This was a fantastic book about a trans woman and her journey of becoming a student of a violin teacher. However, the violin teacher has actually been giving the souls of her students to a demon for a long time. And now she has to decide, okay, do I give the soul of my last student or do I actually stand up for what's right? It is a lighthearted fantasy book, kind of in the vein of Terry Pratchett's Good Omens, and I loved it. Then I read Book Lovers by Emily Henry. This is a contemporary romance that focuses on the people that the main love interest in a lot of romance books leaves. So the woman that is considered to be cold and standoffish that are about to be engaged to our main heroine, and then they leave that person for the doughish woman in this village. This story is about that person. She's a literary agent and she falls in love with a literary editor, and they clash at first, but then they realize they have a lot more in common than not. I also read The Year of Less by Kate Flanders. It's a story about a woman's journey of buying less throughout the year, and also a major theme is about her dealing with her alcoholism and her overindulgent behavior, and I thought that was phenomenal too. A Memory Called Empire, one of my favorite science fiction books of the last few years. This is a reread for me. I like to reread books. It is by Arkady Martine, and the world building and the characterization is phenomenal, and the scientific aspects of it were amazing too. Then I read Book of Night by Holly Black. It is a fantasy book about shadow magic and thieves, and that was a lot of fun. And then on the lighter side of things, I read a couple mangas, some teenage mangas. I read Kaiju number 8, volume 2, and I also read One Punch Man, volume 2, and those were great action mangas that I've been really enjoying. And then finally, a juvenile graphic novel that I read was Lightfall, The Girl in the Galdaran by Tim Probert. If you like graphic novels like Amulet for kids, I think the kids would absolutely love this one. A lighthearted story about a young girl trying to find the medicine man in a world that she hasn't really explored yet. And what's fun about it is you get to learn about the world while she's exploring it too. Fantastic book for middle grade readers, especially if they like fantasy. And you know what? I also watched about 10 movies. My favorite movie was Little Women, which was phenomenal. It was one from 2019 and it was so good. Now, I say all that because I want to reiterate that I read all these books. I watched all these movies for free from my local library. Hundreds of dollars worth of content and entertainment from my local library just in the month of June. And that is why I love the local library. Please, if you've read something or you watched something from the library and you really enjoyed it in the last month, please leave a comment in the Facebook comments or in the YouTube comments. And also like the video on YouTube and subscribe on YouTube as well. So let's get to the book haul now and see what we got. First book we have is another book from James Patterson. This one is from him and David Ellis. It is called Escape, a Billy Harney thriller. Next we have the large print edition of Ellen Hildebrand's The Hotel Nantucket. Sure to be one of the hottest books this summer. All right, we have a large stack of books here from Baker and Taylor. We have these two Minecraft juvenile graphic novels. We have another juvenile graphic novel. It is Mr. Wolf's Class. This is called Field Trip. We have the regular print of The Hotel Nantucket by Ellen Hildebrand. We have a young adult book called Forging Silver into Stars by Bridget Kemmerer. We have the new Fiona Barton book, Local Gone Missing. We have a book from Katie Gutierrez. It is called More Than You'll Ever Know. We have a book from Kate Kavari. It is called A Botanist's Guide to Parties and Poisons. We have a fantasy book here, J.M. Miro. It is called Ordinary Monsters. We have the Pulitzer Prize winning author Geraldine Brooks. Her new book, Horse. I heard that the level of research that she has done into horses and just everything dealing with horses is just phenomenal in this book. Next, we have Kristen Higgins, Out of the Clear Blue Sky. From Callie Fajardo Einstein, we have Woman of Light, historical fiction. We have Norna Barrett, Claws of Death, a cozy mystery. The new Steve Berry thriller. It is called The Omega Factor. The Lies I Tell by Julie Clark. Another thriller. Oh, this is one that I'm excited for. It's called The Woman in the Library by Sulari Gentile. It is about a murder that is committed in a library, and there's these 4 people that have to sit there that were in the area at the time of the murder, and they have to figure out which one of the 4 is the murderer, and it just seems like a lot of fun. Here's a kid's graphic novel. It is called Miss Quince's, and it's from Kat Fajardo. We have 2 more kids' books. This one is from Nick Bruhl. It's called Bad Kitty Gets a Phone. We have the second volume of Demon Slayer, which is the one I'm on. We have another cozy mystery from Ava Gates. It's called Death by Beach Read. That seems perfect for the summer. Linda Holmes, her new literary fiction book is called Flying Solo. Cool cover. And then finally, we have a book from Therese Ann Fowler. It's called It All Comes Down to This. So those are the books for today's haul. Let me know if any of the books in this haul are books that you want to read. I saw a couple in there that I'm excited for. And let me know of the books that you really enjoyed in the past month. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.